Hello, all. Very good morning. My audio and video is clear.
Hey, good morning.
Very good morning, Raj. I see someone named Expedito Cortes has joined. However, the audio is not yet connected.
I messaged this guy. I'll ask him to do that. It's not connected as well. Yeah.
Sure. Maybe we'll give a minute more. I see 8 participants have joined.
Yeah, because there are 20 to join now. It's just another. And I'm finding it most of the people's audio is taking time to connect. I don't know why. In the Zoom. It's all over into Teams, so they all get it immediately. Whose dog is barking?
So we have about 16 members. Maybe a minute more.
16, is it? 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
Maybe.
13, 14.
Participant count shows 18. So 2 of us are from Riva. So that leaves us with 16.
Hey, Siro.
Hey, good morning.
Seems like you're in a hotel.
No, it's in my room.
Yeah, can you guys on your videos and who are all missing? Ruchi, can you check? I don't want to take time on this, and it's 3 minutes gone. It's supposed to be on time. Who are all missing? Sachi, catch up your team, and Ruchi, catch up your team on this. And what about Isa?
Yeah, I'm checking with Joanne.
Where is Nitya? Isa, can you on your video? Sneha, Expedito. Where is Chris?
This is Joanne.
Yeah, I mean, can they join earlier? It's about D.
Okay, very good morning all. Thank you for taking your time. Would request everybody to be on video as much as possible because we are doing it online. So for the benefit of all, it would be great if you could be on video. Okay. So let's start with some introduction, and we are not going to do the usual way. Okay, I'm going to set the context in terms of how you're going to introduce yourself, and would really request you to tell me who goes first, next, etc. because there is a catch on that as well. So I've given you a tip. So make sure that you are the fastest finger and you come and introduce yourself at the earliest. Okay. So for the introduction, what you will do is you will start with an adjective basis the first alphabet of your name. Say, for example, if it is J, my partner's name, who's part of this call, his name is J. I call him J, okay? And J as in joyful. So he will introduce as joyful J. Now, if there is anybody who has J as your starting letter, you cannot use joyful, which means now if Sehul has used S and he has said smart, then nobody else could use smart. And now you have lost the option of using smart as well, by the way. Okay. So you will have to use an adjective to represent yourself, and then you will tell your name, and then you will introduce about yourself. Just give a brief about what is your role, how long you have been here. Okay. And there is a catch. Now you are going to tell me who goes in the order of 1, 2, 3. And then I'll tell you one more catch which you will have to follow. Are we all good? Clear? You can use the thumbs up reaction options as part of Zoom, or you can unmute and say whichever you prefer. Okay, thank you, Sacha, for that. Perfect. So who goes first? Thank you, Jason. Who goes first? Who wants to introduce yourself
You go
first?
I mean, I don't know. You guys are ready to go. I'm just going to be a listener today. So you guys just step in. So go ahead. Let me wait who's starting first. Then let me jump in. Yeah, can you guys unmute videos who are the team members? He's already said.
Sachu is getting ready. Sachu, you
Okay.
want to go first?
No, though we already got introduced. Okay, so I'll start with myself. Okay.
Not
So-
yet, Sachu. We need the
Okay.
order first,
All
and
right.
then I'm going to tell a catch, and then only you'll start with the introduction. So let's make it fast and quick. So Sachu goes first. Who is next? Okay, Sehi
Sehul.
goes next. Okay, Ruchi is third. I've put the order on the chat for everybody's reference. Who's next? Isa. Sorry, I saw Isa's hand raising, and then it was Kanishka, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Kanishka is fifth. Okay, Jason is sixth. Everybody are going to introduce and don't get delayed because there is going to be a catch. Okay, Sneha goes seventh.
So 8.
Arul is eighth.
I'll go snacking.
Okay, Nitya is ninth. Prabha is 10th.
Arul Das.
Arul Das is 11th.
Chester.
Chester is 12th.
Expedito.
Expedito, okay. Expedito is 13th. I've not heard from others yet.
John.
John, okay, 14th.
Hi, Dexter.
Hello, Dexter. So Dexter goes 15th.
Hi, hello.
Chris.
Chris goes 16th. Kavya, you with us?
Yes.
So you will go 17th. And it's Raj. We are still waiting for, I think, 3 more participants.
Yeah,
Okay.
who are all missing?
Okay, let them join. In the meanwhile, Raj, for now, I'm keeping you 18th if you would like to join. And
Yeah.
if not,
Okay.
always you're free. Okay,
I'm
now
okay.
I'm going to introduce the catch. So what's going to happen? Sachu is the luckiest, I would say, because he will only introduce himself with an adjective, his name, and then a bit of introduction. Whoever goes next, say here it is, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing you right, Sehul. So Sehul will say Sachu's adjective, Sachu's name, followed by his adjective, his name, and his introduction. The person who goes third, Ruchi, will start with Sachu's adjective name, Sehul's adjective name, and then she will give her own adjective name. Perfect? All well?
I'm dead. I'm dead, okay.
No, we are waiting for
Alrighty,
3
guys.
more. We are waiting for 3 more. So Ferdinand was one who has joined now. So he is the 19th participant. So you're still safe, Raj.
Oh, okay, good. Okay.
Okay. All clear? All clear on how we are going to do your introductions?
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect. Then the floor is all yours. Let's get started with Sachu, the happiest man today.
Okay.
What?
Okay. I'll start with a simple. And my name is Sachu. I'm with Elite for 3.5 years, and I'm based out of Dubai. And my title is Regional IT Manager, and I take care of Europe region projects and a few integration projects. That's all.
This is short, is it? Who's next?
So first of all, a simple Sachu and selflessness, Sehul. I work with Elite for 5 years. I'm working as a project manager right now. I've been in the documentation lead and supervisor before.
Thank you, selflessness, Sehul.
Okay. Next is me. First is simple Sachu, then selfless Sehul. Now it's my turn. I am Radiant Ruchi. I am working with Elite for last 7+ years as regional IT manager based out of Singapore.
Thank you, Radiant Ruchi.
Hi, good morning. Simple Sachu, selflessness Sehul, and the region Ruchi. I'm Abel Isa, and I'm with Elite for 10 years. Started as a developer and then promoted as assistant manager. And I'm handling APAC region. Thank you.
Thank you, Abelisa.
Simple Sachu's and selfless Sehul, Radiant Ruchi, and Abel Isa. So I'm part of the PHP team, and I've been working with Elite for almost 6 years now. And mainly my role is to develop portals for customers to track their shipments. Thank you.
We didn't get your adjective, I think.
Oh, sorry. Kind Kanishka. I'm so sorry.
No worries. We'll be kind with you, Kanishka. Come on.
Jason.
All right, so I'm going to say good morning to Simple Sachu and Simplestness Seul, Radiant Ruchi, Able Isa, and Kind Kanishka. And I am Jazzy Jason, and I am the managing director for Elite in the US.
Thank you, Jesse Jason. Next was Sneha.
Hi, Simple Sachu, Sapina Sibyl, and Reading Ruchi, Able, Aisha, Kind, Kanishka, and I think I missed a Jason adjective.
It was Jazzy Jason.
Jazzy.
Jazzy Jason. Okay. Then I'm Strong Sneha. My role was junior business analyst. I'm supporting team leaders and Raj. I'm part of Allied last 4 months.
Thank you, Strong Sneha. Arul, next.
Simple Sachu, Selflessness Sehul, Radiant Ruchi, Able Isa, Kind Kanishka, Jassy Jason, Strong Sneha. Myself, Awesome Sam, Arul Sam. I'm based out Dubai. I'm handling the Middle East region. Thank you.
Thank you, awesome, Arul.
Yeah,
Now it's
use
my turn.
Arul. You use Arul or you use Sam?
Arul Sam.
You supposed to be Sam, right? You can't use Arul and awesome Arul, right? Go ahead. Next is who?
Smiraj. So good morning all. Simple Sachu, Selflessness Sehul, Radiant Ruchi, Able Isa, Kind Kanishka, Jassy Jason, Strong Sneha, Awesome Arul Sam. I'm Nice Nitya. So I've been with Elite for 2 years and 9 months now, and I'm working as a Java developer. Yeah, that's all.
Thank you, nice Nitya. It was a nice intro. Okay. Prabha?
Hi. Hello everyone. Hi, Simple Sachu and Selfless Sehul, Radiant Ruchi, Able Aisha, Kind Kanishka, Jesse Jason, Strong Sneha, and Awesome Arul. Nitya. Nice Nitya. Hello everyone. Hi. I'm Precise Prabha. I joined Elite 4 years back. I'm a part of application development team, mainly working on Java.
Wonderful, Precise Prabha.
Thank you.
Hi everyone, Simple Sachu, Selfness Sehul, Radiant Ruchi, Able Isa, Kind Kanishka, Jesu Jason, Strong Sneha, Samarul, Nice Nitya. I think I missed Prabha.
Precise.
Sorry?
Nice. Precise.
Precise, Prabha. This is Authentic Arul Das. I'm a PHP developer and I am working here for 3 years. Yes, thank you.
You Authentic Arul Das. Yes, Chester.
Hi everyone, this is Cheerful Chester. So I Simple Sachu, Selfless Sehul, Radiant Ruchi, Kind Kanishka, Able Isa, Jassy Jason, Strong Sneha, Nice Nitya, Awesome Arul, Precise Prava, and Authentic Oral Dust. I've been working with Elite for almost 5 years now. I'm part of the Power Builder development team, who is in charge for the overall development, maintenance, and support of Elite's core application, which is EGS. So hi everyone, looking forward to this training. Thank you.
Thank you, Cheerful Chester. I think it's Expedito.
Hi everyone. Good morning. Simple Sachu, Simplesness Sehul, Radiant Ruchi, Able Isa, Kind Kanishka, Jassy Jason, Strong Sneha, Awesome Arul Sam, Nice Nitya, Precise Prabha, Authentic Arul Das, Cheerful Chester. I'm Eager Expedito. I'm working with Elite for almost 4 years now. I'm also with the Power Builder team and working under the US environment. So that's it.
Thank you, Eager Expedito. We are eager as well in terms of our journey for the next 1 week.
Thank you.
Yes, Joanne.
Good morning. Simple Sachu, Selfless Sehul, Radiant Ruchi, Able Isa, Kind Kanishka, Jassy Jason, Strong Sneha, Awesome Arulsam, Nice Nitya, Precise Prabha, Authentic Aruldas, Cheerful Chester, Eager Expedito, I am Justified Joanne. I've been with Elite for 2.5 years and I'm a Power Builder programmer. Thank you.
Thank you, Justified Joanne.
Hi, it's my turn. Good morning to all. First, Simple Sachu, Selflessness Sehul, Radiant Ruchi. I have my list. Able Isaac, Kind Kanishka, Jesse Jason, Strong Sneha, Awesome Sam, Nice Nitya, Precise Prabha, Authentic Aroldas, Cheerful Chester, Eager Expedito, Justified Joan. Hi, I'm Christian Dexter. Um, I'm been with Elite for 3 years, part of Power Builder, Europe support. And nice meeting you, Riba. I'm looking forward for this training. And special thanks to Raj for including us on this training. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Who's next? This is Chris.
Good morning all. Good evening, Jason. Hi, Simple Statue, Professor Stehu, Vega Ruchi, Able Isa, Tankanishka, Jesse Jason, Strong Sneha, Awesome Sam, Nice Nitya, Precise Prabha, Authentic Aroldas, Cheerful Chester, Eager Expedito, Justified Joan, Christian Dexter. I'm laborer Chris, been with Elite for 1 year now, and part of the development here. That's all. Thank you.
Sorry, I didn't get your adjective. What was it?
Laborer Chris.
Laborer? Chris, is it?
Laborer.
Okay.
What is it?
Starts with C. Does it start with C?
Oh.
So you're speaking very well then.
Yes. I'm Bravo Chris.
Oh, I'm not able to hear clearly. Is it with me or everybody has that issue?
We can't hear him.
No, what is that, Chris?
Bravo Chris.
Start with C. You can't
Start with
look at
C.
any of the words. The words will start with C.
Oh, caterer Chris. Caterer.
Caterer.
Petra. Okay. Thank you, Petra, Chris, for that.
Good morning, all. This is Kavya Shri. Hi. Nice introduction, first of all. This is a nice task. Hi, Simple Sachu, Selfless Sehul, Radiant Ruchi, Able Isa, Kind Kanishka, Jassy Jason, Strong Sneha, Awesome Arul Sam, Nice Nitya, Precise Prabha, Authentic Arul Das, Cheerful Chester, Eagle Expedito, Justified John, Dexter's distinct Dexter. I missed it actually.
Sorry, it's not an adjective. I didn't get that. So I changed it to Christian to Dimple Dexter.
Dimple Dexter. Okay, caterer Chris, and this is knowledgeable Kavya. So I'm working with Elite for close to 5 years as a technical lead. I'm part of the Java team, and I'm based out of India.
Thank you, knowledgeable Kavya.
And who's next?
It's you, Raj.
Somebody's left out also.
Yeah.
I can rely.
Okay, then it is Ferdinand, and I think
Hi, yes.
Yeah.
Hi, good morning all. I'm Friendly Ferdinand. Hi to Simple Sachu, Kind Kanishka, Radiant Ruchi, Able Isa, Jazzy Jason, Strong Sneha, Selflessness Sehul, Awesome Arusam, Nice Nietzsche, Precise Brava, Authentic Aruldas, Cheerful Chester, Eager Expedito, Justified Joan, Dimple Dexter, Peter Chris, and Knowledgeable Kavya. I'm in Elite for 2 years as a part of our builder team, and I'm handling the APEC region, and then also I'm based in the Philippines. And that's all. Thanks.
Sorry, what was your adjective, Ferdinand?
Friendly Ferdinand.
Friendly Ferdinand. Wonderful. Thank you, Friendly.
Now next is what? Murli, you there? You're on mute.
Yes, Raj. Hi, good morning to all. I'm past 3 years. I'm working in Elite. So start with the simple Sachu, selfless Segul, and radiant Ruchi, able Isa, kind Kaniska, Jasiv Jason, strong Sneko, awesome Arulsan, nice Nitya, prices Prabhas, authentic Aruldas, cheerful Jester, eager expedito, justify June, temple texter, caterer Chris, knowledgeable Kavya, and friendly friend. So I'm a magical Murli.
Wonderful, magical Murli. Thank you for this magical morning.
Thanks.
Okay, it's me. Now let me introduce to all of you guys to the group. I've got a good amount of team in here, which is simple, selfless, radiant, able, kind, chassis, strong, awesome, nice, precise, and authentic. Then you have a cheerful, eager, justify, dimple, catered, knowledgeable, friendly, and magnitude. I have good amount of team here itself, but I know who you meant for itself. So I have nice team. I'm resilience.
Wonderful.
That's all.
Thank you, Resilience Raj. Okay, all done?
Okay,
So,
Jason is from US. Okay, he introduced himself, so he is based out from US. And Cyril is supposed to be in US, but he is in India now because of his marriage. And Sachu and Sam, they are from Dubai. So that's what, remember, we try to, so balance all. And I think I saw Expedito, Chris, Chester, Ferdinand, Joan are from Philippines, Kanishka from Malaysia, Aruldas, Sneha, and Kavya, Kandiban, Murali, Aruldas, all are from India. And Ruchi, Nitya, Prabha, and me are from Singapore. This is 5. I mean, it covers almost 3 regions except Europe.
Raj Kandiman is not in the call.
Why is that? He was in the call, right, earlier?
he was there. I think we missed his intro as well.
He got disconnected. He's joining.
If he's not introduced, then it's a big task for him.
Yes. Perfect.
Yeah, but you are not introduced yourself to them.
Yeah. I'm coming there. I'm coming there. So before even getting into our introduction, how did you enjoy this intro? Put just few words.
That's good.
It was good.
It was good. Wonderful.
Wonderful, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I get
It remembers our school and college days.
for me, I get
Just
my
we need
team's
to-
definitions each individual. So I can keep this also. I don't mention the name. I get this simple, send it to Sachu, simple. That's I'm not writing it. And then when I write it to Jason, I just simply write it to Jassy. No need to write Jason in the emails, right?
Of course. Yes. So we want you all to have this as part of your name as well for the next few days whenever we are joining the session. Please use your adjective followed by your name. Even if your name is not needed, if you want to just go by your adjective, please feel free to go by your adjective. Just feel free to rename right away. Okay. And how many of you here wrote all the names in the order and then said? Okay. 2 of them. Others? Okay, 3, 4. Yeah, Dexter, I've taken you as account. You were the first. Okay, Expedito also wrote and then mentioned. Perfect.
Kavya here, I also wrote.
Okay, thank you, Kavya, for that. Arundas, yes. Murli, Chester. Perfect. So most of us. Raj, okay. So usually what I do is I ask them not to write. But today you had all the privilege to write it and then talk about it. So wonderful. So we just kind of see how much we could remember. And for you all, it's just food for thought. For how many of you it resonated who you are? Simple Sachu, even if this is the second time I'm having a conversation and this is the first time I'm seeing him, of course it resonates for me more when he says Simple Sachu. So for you all, just a food for thought, you all could think, how does your adjective resonate your name? So the more and more we tend to get along with that adjective as part of our life. So that's the intent of today's one. With that note, I'll get into our introduction. So I am Vani Surya Prakash and I represent Riva Coaching. And me and my partner are running this, and his name is Mritunjayan. Jason, for the benefit of you, you can just refer him as MJ. Yeah, that's how we generally call him for ease of name.
I'll accept that.
Thank you. So we have been into this. This has been my passion. I'm into training, life coaching. So life coaching has been my key passion, and then also training because that's how I've been working in the industry for 15 years. And my partner said, okay, why not give life to the passion? So he is the backbone who has given life to my dreams and passion. So that is how Riva was born. Generally, people ask me, what is the meaning of Riva and how does it resonate with you? For me, Riva meant flow of sea. That's how I named it as Riva. And for my partner, it is more Ri as in our daughter's name, Ria, Va as in Vani. So even in that aspect, it felt more resonating for him. So we just went ahead with Riva coaching. So that is what we do precisely. Any questions, feel free to ask anytime after the session. We are happy to answer. And with that note, we'll get started with today's session. And quickly, I'm going to share you all a link on the chat box. And what I would request you to do is write your expectations from today's session. What did you expect when you got the invite or when Raj said that there is going to be a training? I've shared the link for this particular board, even in the chat box. So there is a section called as expectations. If you're not able to see it right away, I would request you to use the outline. There is a section called as expectation. Click on that and it will take you to that respective section.
Asking for a sign in.
Sorry?
It's asking for a sign in. This link.
Just use your email ID and sign in. That's it. Okay. Write your expectations there and the time we will fix is 3 minutes. So I'll start the timer for the same. So 1 minute will be for your sign in. It shouldn't take so much time, but still I'm giving you 3 minutes. So you could see the timer counter here. Just go click on this item and then you can start editing it or adding it.
Yeah. Can I do it as a visitor?
Yeah, you can. I see Raj already there. Dexter is here.
So what we need to do? Sorry.
What was your expectation from this session when you heard about Agile training from Raj or when you got an invite? You would have had some expectations, right? Just add them there.
It's a view only.
How do I add?
Yeah.
I'm not
We
able
have
to.
to sign in to edit, I guess.
if you guys go as a guest, it's not only view, it's not on Reddit. Okay, so it's better you use your ID login.
Then we
Just
have
put
to
it.
create account first. Yeah.
Okay. On the benefit of time, if you're not able to edit it, just put it on the Zoom chat. I'll make a note of it. Don't worry about it. Okay. And before tomorrow's session, we will see that you all have access to it. So if you're not able to access, let's not invest time on that. 1 more minute left. So put your expectations in the Zoom chat box.
So we have to write only about today or the entire training?
Entire training. When you heard about Agile and Scrum training, what were your expectations? Thank you, Dexter, for that. Communication management within a project. Okay, Jason. Okay. Able Isa says, able to understand more on Agile methodology. Sure, Isa. I request you all to participate so that we all can be on the same page and be very, very clear. Five. I'm just going to wait for another 30 seconds. If you see any further expectations that you have about knowledge about Agile. Okay. Keep pasting and then I'll update it here after the session is done. So the expectations that I see are everybody or most of you wanted to know more about Agile methodology. How could it be used as part of your projects? Communication management within a project. You wanted end-to-end knowledge about Agile. Perfect. Ruchi had me and my team should be able to understand the fundamentals, how to break down the user requirements in user stories and track the full cycle of that. Wonderful. Sure. So these are few areas that we would cover. So what I want you to do is after the session, when I say yes, the complete session is done with respect to Agile and Scrum, I really want you all to go back, see if your expectations are met. So that is where this is going to be maintained. And for all that is being mentioned, you will not have topics of this sort. But somewhere as part of the content, I'm going to cover with respect to how you can effectively collaborate and communicate. You will not have a specific topic on communication, but there are various ceremonies, etc., where you're going to see how you could collaborate and communicate. And with respect to Ruchi's request, yes, fundamentals of Agile will be taught. You will be taught about the basic requirements, etc. But how would it be broken down or how can you break it down? That is something exclusive for the product owners and BA and business analysts, which will be the second part. Only they will attend the that particular session. But as a team member, as a project manager, developer, you all will get to know what are the various requirements that is handled as part of Agile and how do you see them? How do you use them? So all these things will be there. Effectively working on Agile environment? Yes, definitely. That will be there, Expedito. Perfect. So I've not seen the others, and after the session, I will see it and then we'll keep adding it. So don't worry about that if it is not already here. Okay. Now a bit of boundary conditions because we are 40 minutes into the session. So I would just like to take you through the boundary conditions or ground rules. Just give me a second. I'm also going to show another slide for you, but these are something that I want you to maintain. Be present and please do not multitask. As always, be on time, and you're going to see why we are talking about time even as part of our Agile and Scrum methodology, because everything here is going to be time boxed. You're going to keep hearing about time boxing every now and then from me. So please make sure that you are on time so that it benefits everybody who is there as part of the session. Embrace the mess and be adaptive. Being very mindful when I say embrace the mess, because we are going to unlearn few things, learn few things. So it's okay. It's okay if you had a different understanding. It's okay to ask that question. Please be vocal enough if you had a different thought about it when I'm going to explain certain concepts. Then be interactive. Use the chat box, use the emoticons, use a raise hand option if you want me to stop somewhere and then answer your question. And whenever you ask, it might be possible that I'll ask you to wait because that is something that might get covered in the next few topics, or that is something that is not relevant for that specific day or the entire training schedule. So in that case, I would ask you to wait, and I'm happy even if it is out of the context, I will take it towards the end of the session because whoever wants to leave can leave, and then I can spend a couple of minutes to answer your questions. Even if you want, I can join a few minutes earlier so that the next day we can answer your question, which is not there in the context aspect. So stick to the time box for activities as well. So when I say time, it also matters in terms of the time box so that we are all able to complete and get something out of these sessions in the next few days. Any questions on this? Anything that you want me to clarify? A thumbs up would let me know if all is good, even if you don't have any questions.
It's all
Yeah.
good.
Thank you, Raj and Sehu. Thank you, Jason. Perfect. So on that note, I'm getting started for the day. So we are here for Agile and Scrum fundamentals. Most of you had mentioned in terms of understanding the Agile methodology, understanding the Scrum methodology, etc., as part of your expectations. So we are definitely going to do that. And when we began the journey, we began with an icebreaker. That was the introduction that we did in a very different way. Hope you all enjoyed that, and we'll continue to have various activities throughout the session. We did talk about your expectations as well. We have made a note of it. Few others who have given a bit later in the chat box, I'll make sure that it is added to the mural board. These are the boundary conditions again, which I've said as ground rules or boundary as part of the mural board as well. Just a small note, the training will start 8 a.m. IST sharp. On Mondays, it is going to be 8 to 10, that is 2 hours. And on the other days, we will have it as 3 hours, 8 to 11. Jason, if it's too late, I'm extremely sorry and also very grateful that you're joining these sessions and whoever is joining from US apart from Jason. Thank you so much for accommodating that.
Yeah, the time is fine.
Okay, thank you, Jason. So keep your videos on as much as possible so that it becomes more interactive. I'm able to see you and you're able to see me as well so that we don't get lost as part of the concepts. Learning objectives. What are we going to cover throughout the next few days is we are going to understand or recognize the challenges of the traditional method, or which is also called as the waterfall model of development. Of course, when I talk about challenges, we should know what are the benefits of using Agile development model, because when we talk about challenges, definitely by going ahead and following a new model, we need some benefits. So how are these going to cover up your challenges that you had in the past or during the traditional method is what we would cover. Understanding the foundational concept and building blocks of Scrum. So these will be our learning objectives. And we are going to get introduced to Agile as part of today's session. So when I say introduced to Agile, the first step towards introduction to a new model is to understand what are the challenges in the existing model. So that is what we are going to start with. Traditional or waterfall model. it is very sequential. It is a series of steps. Okay, we start with requirement gathering, and then there is a bit of architecture design, and then there is coding, and then there is testing. So there is no going back. And the name waterfall is given with a very psychological meaning to it. Can a waterfall move from bottom to top?
No.
No.
Anybody seen from any part of the world where you have seen a waterfall where the water is not flowing from top to bottom, it's flowing from bottom to top? Anybody have seen that?
No.
Okay. So this was named because of this particular reason, because in waterfall, in our traditional approach, we never go back. Once the requirements is completed, then the architecture design started basis the requirement document. You had BRDs, FRDs, etc., and then you got started with that. And once you had the architecture design, high level, low level, whatever be the details, then the coding commenced. And once the coding was completed, towards the end of coding phase is when we introduced or we involved the testers, where we had knowledge transfers happening, and then they started with the test case preparation, and then the testing commenced. So this is how sequential it was. So waterfall was always a series of steps that happened one after the other. So because of this approach, what was the challenge that the users had? The product completed only after few months or years. It ranged from somewhere between a 3 to 6 months window to 1.5 years for them to receive the completed product. So that's how the waterfall method generally was. So this we call it as shunt effect, because when we start, what we did was people anticipated that, yes, my analysis phase would take about 4 weeks. And then the design phase would take about 4 weeks. And where did this all come from? Was who were all involved? Only the key architects, business analysts, or business stakeholders were involved as part of these communication. Few organizations, depending on the organization structure, there were also project managers or delivery managers who were involved during this phase. Now, they thought that, yes, for this particular project, it would take so many weeks to complete each of these phases. And then, depending on the high-level requirements, they had a high-level estimate, and then they thought the coding would take about 40 weeks. And then testing 4 weeks. This is how they started their journey in terms of the traditional effort. Now, what happened in reality? Though they anticipated, this was expectation, but the reality was when the construction started, from the design phase itself, we started feeling that we overran the schedule. Instead of a 4 week, it was a 5 weeks. 40 weeks moved to 42 weeks. So because of all these things, where did we compromise? Because we cannot change the due date. We cannot change the completion date. So the crunch came as part of the last phase called as testing. And that's where the window was shortened, where there were always challenges between the development team and the testing team. That is how we all kept representing in the earlier days, right? Dev was different. The coders were different from the testers. QAs were different. So they all formed a siloed team. And then finally the crunch came in for the testers. That's where there were a lot of back and forth. So this effect in terms of spilling over, in terms of having a crunch towards the end, were all called as the shunt effect. This is the major challenge that industry faced during the traditional or waterfall methodology. And because of all these challenges, that is when pioneers in market who were developers, who were leads as part of these practices came together, and they all coined a term called as Agile, and they came up with a framework. We are going to see about history of how Agile evolved. But these challenges predominantly actually led them to look out for something new, something different, which would make it lightweight, something different that would benefit both the users as well as them as the development team. So this is how the trigger for the need for a new methodology got started because of the challenges they had in the traditional approach. Any questions so far?
Yeah, no questions.
Thank you, Raj. Others, does that resonate in terms of your practices which you had in the past, where exactly we would have had challenges? And and here again, your requirements was done and then handed over as documents. So that also led to some challenges because there was no going back. People who were part of this is no more full-time available for this project. They might be working on requirements, but for a very different project or for a very different aspect. So their availability also became a challenge if at all the developers or testers had some questions. So that also caused a lot of delay and ideal time because they had to wait for the confirmation and clarification. Now I'm just going to play a video. So you're going to tell me what you understood from that specific video.
It's a black screen. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm yet to play. So I'll play and just use your thumbs up to show me whether the video and audio is clear.
But Holland comes in.
Was the audio clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
But Holland comes in for a pit stop. Time to refuel and change tires. Lou Moore himself changes the tires. Only 4 crew members, including the driver, are allowed to work on the car. It's a tense time. Holland stays in his seat, anxious to get away. Let's watch. The tires are changed at last. A crewman polishes the windshield as Holland moves away just 67 seconds after he stopped.
So what did you infer from this video?
67 seconds work can be done in 1 second.
Okay. So Raj says whatever was done in 67 seconds was done in 1 second. Okay.
I noticed on the first video scene, there are only two workers, while the second one, there's a lot of workers changing the tires.
Okay. Thank you, Dexter. I'm going to come back to that because every training we hear that and I always keep that very purposeful. I'll come back to that, Dexter, in terms of the number of people. Okay.
On the first one, there's refueling. Second one, I didn't notice that refueling.
Sorry, Isa, I didn't get that. In the first one?
Fuel. So gas. I mean.
Fuel. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
The first one has, but second, I didn't notice.
Okay. Got that. Chris, yes, please go. Sorry, Chris had raised his hand, so we will start with Chris.
Can't hear you, Chris.
Yeah, the process includes
Yes, Chris.
Can you-
Your
can
voice
you-
is too low.
Yeah, the process improves drastically.
Process improved drastically. Yes. Yes, Chris. Yeah, Kavya, please go ahead.
There was the same person who was changing all the tires. So here there were multiple people for the same task. That's what I noticed.
Of course. Yes, Kanishka.
Yeah, so earlier days, there was only few people to change tires and to do the refueling. So it took longer time for car to come out from the pit stop. But nowadays you have more people to do the same job, like to the one team to change tires and one team to do the refueling. So you can complete the task in less time.
Got it. Okay. Yes, Prabha, please go ahead.
What I can see is there are many changes from manual to automation, the tire changing. Their manual process is more. People are doing manually. Here, I mean, the four tires, right? All are mostly done. It's like an automated process, and that is what I see. So it is easy and fast.
Even
Yes,
the technology was changed to change the tire. In the first one, he used a hammer to take the tires out, and in this one, it was just an electric screwdriver, you can say, which was very
yes,
fast.
very true.
And I could see that in the first video, only the front two tires were changed. The back tires were left unchanged. But in the second video, like I don't know, like based on what factor they changed in first video, but in the second they completely changed everything, like all four tires.
Excellent. Thank you, Nitya, for that. Yes, Dexter.
Yeah, I also noticed can I say the color? First thing is dal, black and white. Second one is the colorful is so happy, red.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, come again,
And
Dexter. I can.
Yeah, Raj, I noticed that obviously the color. First scene is so dull, it's black and white, and the second scene is red, so happy, and they're walking. There's a lot of people.
Yes, Sam. Okay, go ahead.
on the first video, each task was handled by single person, but in the second video, the task has been handled by multiple persons, the same task. Like changing tire, we had four.
Okay.
So I hear you all, and I also acknowledge all the messages on the chat box. Definitely, Chester, proper project management and planning, as well as team communication was there. And what made you feel that there was team communication? Nobody were talking there. What made you feel that there were team communication?
I think obviously it had to be well coordinated. Even if one single person missed something, it's gone.
Right. So there's a lot of prep work, right? Because
Yeah.
the order in which they all stood in the second video, if you had seen, each one had their own position and they was very clear, confident, and at least their body languages were resonating that they were very confident to stand in that particular position. So which means there were a lot of prep work that had gone. People had communicated really very well so that when they came to the actual stage, nobody had clashes in terms of where they stand, what they do, etc. So there was a lot of clarity in terms of their roles. There was a lot of clarity in terms of their responsibility, and there was a lot of clarity in terms of the position that they had to take. That is what made us feel that there was good team communication, planning, or project management that had happened. Great. And I see Jason had sent, and then I have given a thumbs up as well. Technology has improved, which many of you told, right? Because in the first video, you saw that they were using hammers to remove the tires and then paste back again. Whereas in the next one, there were electric screwdrivers. I think it was Sehul who mentioned electric screwdrivers. Yes, of course. There were a lot of technology improvement. And I think Prabha said in terms of automation. Hope it was Prabha or Nitya, I'm not sure. They said there's a lot of automation when compared to the manual effort that we saw in the first video. Why did I say that? I'll come back to the point of the number of people. See, number of people in this particular context, it makes more sense. It doesn't mean for a software development, we really need 20 people standing there to do the jobs done. It depends from the domain and context. And also when we go to framework, each framework has their own aspect in terms of defining the number of people that can work on a single project or application, which we will see in the later days. Okay, that's where I was very mindful when Dexter and few others spoke about the number of people involved. But how many ever people? We were very clear. Though it was tire change, we had multiple people doing tire change in the second video, which actually fastened up the delivery. And what was the goal for both the videos? What was the one goal for both the videos?
To shorten the duration of pit stop.
Okay. Was that the goal?
No.
Get
the car back on the
goal was
road.
the safety of
Yeah.
the car.
Because
No,
both
to
are
keep the race going.
To keep the race going? You're too close, Sahil. Just fine tune it one more level. It is relevant to the race.
To prep the vehicle to
Time,
run.
time and
What am I ultimately achieving in terms of keeping the race going,
finish
safety,
the race.
To keep the race going until
winning the
the end,
race.
like 40 laps.
winning the
it was
race?
winning the
Somebody
race.
said winning the race.
I did. A win.
Of course, every person who is participating in that wants to win. And it doesn't matter if it is the person who's driving the car or the person who is changing the tires or cleaning the windshield. They all have a common goal. Don't we all agree?
Yes.
Doesn't matter. And they're not going to get paid in terms of, or they're not going to get accolades just because they changed the tire and the race was won. But still, the goal there is to win the race. And it's a common goal irrespective of the role they play. So even here, as part of our projects, we all might have different roles to play. There will be a project manager, there will be a developer, there might be a QA, there will be a business analyst. But the ultimate goal for all of us, irrespective of our experience, irrespective of the role we play, is we all have to deliver the product or application for my users to use. Do we all have a different goal? The role played is different, but the goal is common. It is no more an individual goal. We all have a very common goal, and the goal for all of us here in our projects is to deliver the value to our users. When I say value deliverable, which means a working component, which can be used by the user of that particular system. It might be an external user, it might be an internal user, that doesn't matter. Ultimately, a person who uses the system is my user, and the component has to be usable by the user. That is our common goal. And that is the resonation that I want you all to take away from the video. I have one more question. So in the second part, the Melbourne one, the recent Melbourne one, there was one small thing that one of the team members did before the car came to the position. What was that?
Stopping the car at the exact place.
Even when the car was not even there in the vicinity, there was one thing that the person did. It had got nothing to do with the car.
The standing
No,
confidence.
he had a holder.
Arranging the people, I guess.
Only one person did that.
I think you picked something on the ground.
Absolutely, Joanne. Wonderful. He picked something from the ground. And why does it matter? Is it part of his responsibility?
No, but he picked up
I
something
don't
from.
think so.
Why should he do that?
Because when the car comes in, it should be standing in the right position. If it is something is blocking, then car cannot come. The time is getting delayed, right?
Exactly. So there will be some issues. There might be some issues. There is a probability that it would cause further issues. And our ultimate goal is to win. And our ultimate goal is to shorten the time window that the car stops. So it is okay for me to avoid any blockers, not even a single probability. That is where it is important as a team for us to work towards the risks and the issues and highlight them earlier. Doesn't matter, again, irrespective of what the role you play, what is your experience, that doesn't matter. It is okay to call out the risks and issues earlier in the game. Are we all good, clear with this? So what are we expected as part of Agile methodology?
Of course, yes.
Yes, Dexter, please go ahead.
Yeah. First, identify the risk and the blockage to the delay, and work as a team. I identify each role and work not even if not at the same time, but you work on your role. Perfect it, master it, and do it diligently. Then, uh, and have a one goal to win.
Oh, thank you, Dexter. I'll take one more, and I see Chester has raised his hand. Go ahead, Chester.
Yeah, I think proper planning and team communication is important in winning the goal.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
without this team communication, everybody will went down.
But
Yes.
what I noticed is all along, I could see the roles they're playing, right, as a team. I'm just observing it, right? So their roles gives each one. Jason said, I wanted to win. That's the first statement. So I don't care whatever else you do it, for me to run, okay? And somebody saying that manual Toto. I see their roles are they playing. Somebody says I need more people, number of people, right? And somebody saying that, oh, it's a different view in my perspective, color, right? And new technology, right? It's more use, and then the structure, and it is like earlier, like the single person doing one. So when I look at the people, since I with them for years, I can see each one contributed from their role, and I really appreciate Jones. He really identified, hey, there is a problem, man. So nobody noticed that, right? So I could see that. I mean, I'm working with them for close about at least minimum 3 to 5 years with them. With me, they are it's about. I see that individual. I return also. Who returned what is it? So nice start. What?
Excellent. So that actually comes from our muscle memory. I would talk about that in the future sessions as well. So just to touch upon what Raj said, when you said each one of them, they spoke more from the role that they play. It comes from the muscle memory, right? I am a doctor, so obviously when I think about certain aspects, my thought process would be different compared to a nurse. A coach versus a counselor, there will be a difference of aspect that they would start thinking about. As a coach, I'll think about what is the way forward. As a counselor, they'll first start thinking about what is there in the past. So that's the difference, and that's what is actually coming up from our muscle memories. And with that, I'll keep moving. Chester, sorry, did you have some questions? I see your hand raised.
No, I just answered on the just my response on the question that was raised earlier.
Perfect. Thank you. So I'll continue. So what customer really needs? Do they need a design document? Do they need a very detailed planning document? Do they need UML diagrams? Do they need new technology implementation? Definitely not. All that the customer is looking for is a working software that is going to improve his or her business. Don't we all agree to it? So for this, what we are going to do is, I just request you all to come on video and close your eyes for a moment. We are going to visualize something and you're going to answer me basis that visualization. Okay. Everybody can close your eyes. And where am I taking you? I'm going to take you to a good mobile showroom. Okay. It's your choice if you're an Apple fan, if you're an Android fan, accordingly, it's the store exclusive for that particular brand. Okay. You're all walking into it. Now, once you walk into the store, you're seeing the latest model that has got launched. And the purpose that you are there in that store is to get this latest model that's launched yesterday. Okay. Now enjoy that model. You're trying, you're touching, you're feeling that you're able to see what are the new features that the new model has got. Now you're very happy. Though you know that you're going there to buy this model, now after the look, feel, touch, you are 100% sure that you're going to go ahead and purchase this. So you're walking towards the center and then you're asking the person, the salesperson, now I wanted to purchase this new model. What is the next steps? And the salesperson explains you very beautifully in terms of the options that you have, you in terms of payment, what you could get, etc. Everything is explained to you. And he is directing you to the cashier where the billing is going to be made. You're all happy. You're all smiling because you're going to get that latest model. You're going to enjoy that. So you're making the full payment. Okay, you're using your cards and you're making the full payment. And you get a very beautiful box. The box itself looks very amazing. The packaging is wonderful. It has a very glossy finish. It's to your interest. You have got whatever you wanted. Now you unbox the box. After purchasing, you have paid. You are now unboxing the box. And all that you see inside the box is there is a good amount of user manual in terms of how do you use. It's a huge 35 to 50 page document. There is a charger. You know, the charger model also has changed in this new model. So that is also beautiful. And you have got a very trendy earpods to it. It's not a traditional wired version. It's a trendy earpods that is there inside it. And that is all you have. Now open your eyes and tell as a customer, how do you feel when you only find the user manual, the charger and the earpods inside the box?
I feel disappointed because I don't get the product.
Okay. Simple Sachu, very simple. He's only disappointed. Okay.
I'll feel
That was
cheated.
my first reaction.
Okay. Radiant Ruchi feels cheated. Okay. What else?
Frustrated and angry.
Angry, frustrated and angry. Okay.
I'm waiting for Jason's comment.
Sorry, Raj. What was that?
I'm waiting for Jason's comment on this.
Okay.
Somebody's gonna get fired.
Okay. So none of us, I think, is happy here. The feeling that you point out is very different basis our own emotional way. However, none of us are happy. Everybody are disappointed in some way or the other. The amount of disappointment varies. The range of disappointment varies. That's where for somebody, it's just a simple disappointment, cheated, frustrated, anger, being fired, all these things comes up, right? It depends on the intensity of how much our emotion actually goes through. Nobody is happy because I've paid it in full. All I need is, I don't want a box. I don't want a user manual. All I need is that user component. This is the same way even your users are going to feel. Okay. Here you were an end user, and as part of the applications that you develop, your users who are going to use that specific application are users who are also not very happy when you're going to give them just a design document after a few months. Just a planning roadmap. You have a very fancy roadmap, by the way. All colorful. It talks about different milestones, different colors. Their customers are not happy just with that because after 2 months of discussion, they have received only the roadmap. Similar way for others. Instead, if I have some working component, not all, some working component for me to start using it, that is the first happiness that the customer gets or the user gets. So this is what we are going to do as part of our Agile model, because in traditional, we were only giving these for the first 3 to 6 months. There were documents after documents, there were contracts that were getting signed, all these things were happening. But for the users, for the customers to see the end product, it took minimum 3 to 6 months, maximum of 1 to 1.5 years, which was a huge time. And nobody in this world today is ready to wait. So waterfall, what we did was we were trying to push one single element or component, a huge component, and that doesn't work. So that's where in Agile, what we are saying is we are going to break them down into multiple usable components and we are going to deliver it to the users. So they start enjoying the benefit of the product right from the first few weeks to months. And how do I decide whether it is going to be weeks or months? That again depends on the domain from which we are working. Are we all good till this? Thank you, Isa. I see a lot of nod. Thank you for that. Perfect. So now what is Agile development? This is a model that is based on people, collaboration, and shared values. That's where today morning when Jason said his expectation, I said, we are not going to see topic called as communication. There's no topic called as communication here. But instead, we are going to see various level of collaboration, various level of communication at different stages in the Agile development methodology. Ultimately, any organization, they say, people say, customer is our king. Here, we are just tweaking that and saying, we focus more on customer satisfaction. Customer centricity is our first element that we are going to focus. Collaborative delivery in increments following iterative process. This is where your Scrum comes into picture when I say iterative. It is not going to be one huge block as we saw in the previous slide. Each small element is an iteration. Each small element is going to be production ready, which is similar to my users using it. They are available for my users to use it. That is what we call as iterative. You're going to deal with uncertainties and changing situations, similar to how we did the introduction this morning, right? Okay. First step was identifying an adjective for my first alphabet. Now, what was the next change that got introduced after the thought sank in? So the people have to incrementally tell about the previous set of people's, their adjectives, their name, followed by your adjective name and introduction. So what we were trying to do, we all didn't expect that, right? Did you all come with that expectation that your introduction is going to be in that fashion? It was uncertain. It was all of a sudden. So we started accepting that uncertainty and we changed our situation and we also used it for the benefit of the situation. You all made notes because I didn't tell that you cannot make a note of it. So we adapted to the situation in whichever best suitable way that could help us in terms of achieving the goal of introducing, using the adjectives and also by telling the previous people's adjectives. And once we started Agile development, what people saw was they felt that empowering the teams to make decisions was very important. They cannot come back for smaller decisions. This doesn't mean that we are allowing the teams to take their own decisions. Sorry, that's not what it is meant to. There are few decisions that are still done in the center by the team. There are still few decisions which are there with the management. So you always have to take it with a pinch of salt. And why am I explaining this in detail? Because this is where a lot of interpretation issues came into market. When the trainers spoke about empowering the teams to make decisions, they said in Agile, it is a team who makes a decision. And that's where there were a lot of clashes between the project management, delivery management with the teams. Nowhere we are saying that your project management, delivery management will not decide. We are going to call out what decisions can be handled by the team versus what decisions still lies with the management. You follow and inspect and adapt approach. We are going to see this detailed in tomorrow's session as well. What does this inspect and adapt approach mean? So as I said in waterfall, you see in this diagram, they were all sequential. Whereas when it comes to Agile way of working, particularly here because we are talking about iterative, this is the Scrum model where it talks about a cycle. Your defined build release will happen in a cycle followed by the next cycle. There is no gap between each cycle. All good so far? Any questions? I'm going to have Jade let me know if somebody is raising hands so that I don't miss any questions. So now, what are the benefits of Agile methodology? As I said, of course, I spoke about challenges. What were the challenges in traditional approach? So I should talk about the benefits of following Agile methodology as well, right? Or else, how do I go ahead and start with Agile? What is the assurance that Agile methodology will still not cause all these challenges? We will always have these questions as human beings, right? If I'll have to switch, we need to know the other side of the coin. So there are definite benefits of Agile methodologies. One is improved speed to market. Even in the video, you saw the time difference. That doesn't mean that it has to go in seconds. Your speed to market depends on the domain that you work for. Say I'm working for an e-commerce application. I'm okay to deliver every single week or every 2 weeks. Because e-commerce today, that is the hot domain in the market, right? Everybody uses e-commerce, particularly after COVID, even those who didn't use earlier. We wanted to just order it from wherever we are and get whatever products that we need. So for them, the speed to market is, the frequency is 1 week or 2 weeks. Whereas when it comes to a banking domain or a financial domain, you cannot just like that deliver into production in 2 weeks because there is a lot of legal and compliance aspect that has to be taken. So in their case, their frequency might vary from 1 month to a 1 quarter. So one takeaway that you should all take from this particular improved speed to market is, today if you are doing a release, say every 6 months, how do I reduce that timeline from 6 months to 3 months or a month? And does my domain support for that? Can I finish all the legal compliance aspects in terms of taking things to production? So these are the areas that you will focus before deciding your frequency of releases. So this improved speed to market, it depends on market-driven prioritization of features. Say there is a competitor, Apple, and there is also this OnePlus. So Apple says that they're going to launch a product with this particular feature by end of April. Now, OnePlus being their core competitor in market, they will either come for a date which is prior to that or post that. But if it is going to be post end of March, then they are going to say what are the features that they are going to give, which is different from what Apple delivers. So the prioritization is market driven. It depends on your market. It depends on your competitors. The team always focuses on end goals and customer satisfaction because that's what we all agreed in the previous slide, right? Customer satisfaction is the key. That is a starting point. And you're always detecting and fixing errors early, as Joanne said, in terms of identifying that specific issue. And I don't want to wait as part of the shunt effect. I don't want to keep pushing the testing towards the end. How can I make it continuous within that single cycle? Define, build, and release. So before it gets released, I had to test it. So everything is embedded into that cycle. So that is my first benefit of using Agile methodology, which is improved speed to market. Second one is high quality deliverables, because if my customer has to be satisfied, of course, I'll have to maintain the quality. Don't we all agree? Are you ready to get a product which is lesser in quality? No. So you are going to deliver high quality product or high quality service, which means my engagement with stakeholders is high. No more I can say I only meet with my customers or I have customer discussion once during the start of the project and once during the end of the project. That doesn't make sense at all. Today, every single day, there are a lot of changes that are coming into market. So how do I kind of balance? So the more that I engage with my stakeholders, I get to understand the change in market, change in requirements. So that also implies that I maintain the quality of my deliverable. I told you earlier that you'll have to start talking about the risks, issues. So in terms of focusing, high quality requirement, of course, that is the starting point. Without a proper clear requirement, I'll not be able to deliver. If my requirement is ambiguous, my outcome is also going to have a lot of ambiguity. It is not going to be clear. So in order to deliver high quality product or service, I need a high quality requirement. Early and continuous testing, as we mentioned earlier. The third thing is in terms of improved risk management, because I identify the risks and issues earlier in the game. I don't wait till the end of the release to say or call out that there are some risks and issues with respect to my deployment. So since I'm identifying them earlier, I'm able to focus on mitigating these risks. I say, okay, Raj, I need these elements. These are the technology aspects that I would need. And Jason now has to approve that because there is a financial component that is involved. Just like that, I cannot automate. Now, I need to start working in agile way. Of course, we all need training. That is one of the risks, because without that, we will all not be on the same page. Now, how do I mitigate the risk? That is where the focus is for the management. They have spoken to trainers, they have brought somebody, they have onboarded somebody. Now, once the training is done, it becomes a free flow of communication, which means your risk is mitigated. So as simple as this training topic, even your risks, if you're able to raise them early in the game, there's a lot of time and for the stakeholders to get that mitigated or accepted. High team productivity. Of course, when team has all the clarity in the world in terms of what they are going to build, their outcome is also going to be effective. Very short range committed plans. Effective time management, because I'm going to break them into smaller chunks, not like waterfall where this project is going to go for 1.5 years. I don't give you that 10,000 feet statement. All I'm saying is, what is that you will focus or work on for the next 2 weeks? What is that you will deliver in this 1 month? We are talking with a very short range committed plans, similar to your short-term goals. This builds in flexibility for the developers also to work basis the priority that they get in. Finally, if I'm able to achieve all these 4, I'm going to have a very cost-effective delivery because I focus on market needs. The most used feature is what I'm going to deliver. So definitely that is going to bring a return on investment. Continuous focus on all aspects of delivery because I'm considering requirement, I'm considering development, I'm considering testing. I'm giving a holistic view. I'm not leaving anything in the game. And also I have continuous engagement with the stakeholders to know whether there is any change from their initial thought process. So because of these reasons, there is a very cost-effective delivery. Nothing has changed. You're still continuing as a developer, you're still continuing as a tester, but what has changed? The way we work is going to change. We are not going to think about what happens in 1.5 years, what happens in 6 months if I don't deliver that. All I'm going to think is for that 2-week window or 1-month window. So I have full clarity in terms of what my team goal is and what am I heading towards. So these are some of the benefits of agile methodology. Now, today, if you have not understood 100%, it's okay. Please take a screenshot of this page. Think about it and put your questions even in the later sessions. We are going to cover all these aspects as part of your Scrum framework. So once I teach you about Scrum framework, you will be able to connect the dots, what I really refer as early risk management, early and continuous testing. So there will be a lot of connectivities that you will find when you get to know about the Scrum framework. So for any questions that is lingering and you want a response right now, please feel free to ask me. Any questions where you feel, Vani, if you don't answer me this, I'll not be able to focus on the rest of the topic. Any such blockers for anyone?
Hi, Riba. I have question. A part of this 5 item, 5 items. I'm seeing that on the my whole picture is that there will be a issue on the there will be an issue on the number of resources and about the and 2 things, and the second one is on the aspect on gathering the data that may what I mean is that if we have a user or uh, a problem in gathering the data, this will affect the whole cycle, right? And also the resources will affect the delivery and the cost BP will hire more resources. So it will affect the budget of the. So are those two things will cover here or will be covered by the management managing the agile methodology?
So, dependable Dexter, I think you're coming from the project manager role, right?
And that's what I thought.
No, that's okay.
So I'm
Okay.
not on a management actually.
So, see, for your first question, in terms of the number of team members, we will cover that as part of our Scrum framework, because what I heard from Raj when we structured your training content is because you wanted to start following Scrum methodology. So, we will talk about the number of team members in your Scrum framework as part of the Scrum framework content. And to answer the second question in terms of how does I gather the data, if there is going to be somebody above the user, that will be covered for the product owner session. At a high level, again, when I'm talking about agile requirements, there is one topic called as agile requirements, which I'll touch in brief for everybody to be on the same page. I will introduce there as well. Even after that, if your question is not answered, feel free to ask me. I'll definitely cover that. Is that okay, Dexter? Is the screen frozen? Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. I think we lost Dexter then. I see his screen frozen.
Go ahead, Bonnie.
Okay.
Wait, I'm seeing all of them as missed out from here.
Yeah, on the chat it says people are leaving.
I was out. I'm back in.
Is that
it
because
because
of some network issue?
VPN, I guess?
Yeah.
Fine. Okay, fine. So I know it has been a bit of theory, right? So let's all refresh a bit. And we are going to do an activity. Okay. All geared up for an activity? Want to do some warm-ups? Okay. So what is this activity all about? So I'm going to put you all into teams in a breakout room. And what you will discuss inside the breakout room, you're going to come up with a story. Say the first team has about 4 members or 5 members. You're going to come up with a story. And once you come back to the main room, after your small discussions amongst your members, each one of the team is going to only use 3 words. So 5 people in a team, 5 into 3, 15 words to convey the story that you have developed in the breakout room. Okay. Did you get what I am explaining you? Any questions on that?
So you're going to put us in a breakout room, 3 teams, each will have 5. And
yes.
We need to discuss. Discuss on.
You will come up with a story. Yes.
Story.
Like what?
And then come back to you and say that only 3 words. This is what the story is.
Yeah, you'll only use 3 words per person to convey the entire story. Say, for example, of course, I have a daughter, so I'll have to tell only these things, right? I'm going to talk about Cinderella's story. 5 members in my team. So each one gets only 3 words. So within 15 words, I should convey the content of Cinderella's story. Are you all good?
Yeah.
Now, once I said Cinderella, there are little light bulb moments. Okay, fine, I got that. Okay, so there is also a catch, okay? And yes, you all are going to hate me for that, but that catch will not be revealed right now. Once you go into the breakout rooms, discuss and come back, then I'm going to introduce the catch. Are we good?
Yeah. Put us in a room first. Then we'll do something.
Perfect. I'll have to tell you how much time I'm going to give you inside the breakout room. In the breakout room, you will get only 3 minutes. After 3 minutes, you will all come back to the main room. So within 3 minutes, you're going to discuss and decide what is the story that you're going to convey and what is the 3 words that each one of you are going to talk about. Clean? Very simple, right? Simple Sachu is the happiest person.
Until you say the catch.
Yeah. So everybody be eager like eager expedito, and we will soon hear about the catch. Okay? Okay. Jay, yes, please. Can you please put them into breakout rooms?
You're all resilient, so we can come back.
Perfect. So there are 4 rooms. Each one of you can join your respective rooms and come back in 3 minutes. Jen, you are not able to join. You should join room 1. Dexter, you should join room number 3. Murli, please join room number 1.
Room number 3. Oh,
Yes, Dexter.
okay.
Vani, it seems I am kicked out of the room, discussion room.
Okay, so we'll have everybody back. Don't worry.
Okay.
It's just few seconds.
Yeah. So I'm out.
No problem.
We were in the middle of the discussion. Okay, fine.
I'll see if I could move back.
No, it's okay. Anyway, it was like 53 seconds. I was sure it was showing there. Okay. I cannot contribute anything more.
Yeah, we have all your friends back. Nitya smiling. I think Taru had a good conversation. Sneha, Expedito, Chester, Jason.
Not finished it.
Oh, you haven't finished it. That's okay. That's okay. As I said, we are time boxing everything.
So
Not
you
only
said 3
starting
minutes.
the
You
discussion.
said 3 minutes, and you got 56 seconds. That's all.
You finally got that 57 seconds only we
But
started the
we
story.
are ready with the story. Okay.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful.
We can start first.
Oh, Raj is now becoming like, yes, I want to grab the opportunity first so that whatever catch she gives, I am kind of
Right,
saved.
that's all. Right. You grab it, okay?
Okay. So Raj team goes first. Raj, from which room you belong?
Room 3, me, Sihal, Kanishka, and Texter. Texter joined a bit late back, and you don't know what the story is all about it. And then we can. So we have 3 of us.
Okay.
With nine words, we are going to finish the story.
Okay. So room 3 goes first. Okay. Which room goes next? There were 4 rooms. I'll only introduce the cat after you confirm who goes next. Yes, Aisa.
Yeah, room 2.
Room 2. Okay. Fine. Who goes next? Between room 1 and 4, we will see who's the fastest finger.
Room 4.
Room 4. Okay, Kavya. Who goes third? Room 2 is already done. You are second. So room 1 goes last. That is 4th. Okay. So hope you all have a story, right? Now, what is the catch? Room 1, sorry, the room 3, who goes first, will continue with whatever story they have. But when their last member finishes their 3 words, room 2 will continue from where they left. It might be the story that you have done, or it has to be a continuation from their story. But there has to be a continuity. It cannot begin like once upon a time, long, long ago again. Okay? Aisa is just laughing. Oh my God, I just missed my one room. Yeah. Okay. So room 4, you will continue after room 2's last member, and that has to be a continuation of the story, by the way. Similar rule goes for room 1 as well. All happy?
No.
We are happy. We are happy at the start. Okay.
Oh, okay, wonderful. So make yourself happy because we are going to embrace the mess, right? That's what we saw even as part of our ground rules. So enjoy this journey. And right now, when we go room after room, so that respective room members alone will be on video. All the other rooms, including me, we will switch off our video. So we will hear to them, and then the next room immediately comes on video. All okay? Perfect.
Okay.
Now I'll go off video and the floor is all yours, room 3.
You guys have to switch off videos, man. That you. Okay, we are room 3. We are going to tell you a story. 3 words: turtle, rabbit, race.
Lethargic, nap, woke up. Kanishka is
Race.
muted.
Yes, sir. Race 1, rabbit.
Story over.
Come on, dependable Dexter. The entire team is depending on you now.
No, he didn't join because he joined very
Yeah, I
last.
just joined, sorry.
That's okay. Continue with the 3 words. Anyway, if you're part of the next room, you would have continued. So continue with your 3 words for the story.
Turtle rabbit race.
No worries. So that's all you had? We'll ask the next room to come in. Okay, now it's turn for room 2. So room 3 can go off video. Room 2 can come on video. Yes, over to room 2. Yeah, Segul, you can. Yeah, thank you.
Girl, canteen, coffee.
Arul, you'll have to continue basis where they
continue.
left, where the room 3 left.
Continue. Okay. Maybe I'll start. Turtle walking slowly. Next, Carol. You create a story from that.
Rabbit, overtake, turtle.
Okay, who's next? Neha?
Sam, I did not hear you properly. Can you tell again?
Rabbit, overtake, turtle.
Overtake turtle. Okay.
What's the second word, Arun?
Say rabbit overtake turtle. Sam said.
I go first. Hmm. I go first, Sena. Girl, pet, turtle.
Sorry.
Girl, pet, turtle. Yeah, just continue it.
But then just use the chat box to mention. I think Sneha still didn't get the first part.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. And don't, this is a story, okay? You can go all wild. It's just up to your creativity. It just has to be a continuity. Doesn't mean that whatever we read as a rabbit turtle story, we don't want the same context. So have all your creativity used here. What Ferdinand says is girl pet turtle. So he has already started the creativity journey. Super. Sneha, you're on mute.
Okay. Race. Race going to final.
Race going to final. Okay. Kandiban?
Turtle, slow, rabbit.
Turtle, slow rabbit. Okay. Thank you. So room 2 is done. We'll move to room 4. Thank you, room 2. Room 4, please, on video.
Okay. So I'll start first. So the ending word is rabbit. Rabbit eats carrot.
Rabbit, too lazy.
Sorry, Chris. Can you repeat?
A bit too lazy.
Um, there's a crocodile and a crocodile in the river coming for it. Crocodile in the river coming for it. Yeah. Next is Nitya, I think. It's ending with a river, right, Kavya? Yeah. River mixes in the sea.
Sea is red.
Ours is done. Ours is done, one. Next is room 3.
Yeah, sorry, I was on mute. Yeah, thank you, room 4. Room 1, can we have you on videos, please? Okay, over to you.
Oh my goodness, big team. You're on mute, Ruchi.
What was the last word from the previous theme?
Red.
Sea is red.
Red.
Sea is red. And weather is good. Next.
I'll go next. Road trip, music, and sun.
Road trip, music and sun. Okay.
Sunny, water, and family.
Can I? Yeah. Family, swim, barbecue.
Food, crowd, friend.
Come on, Murli and Prabha.
I done. Maybe okay. Waves crashing, sandcastles. Murli.
Swimming in sea.
Swimming in the sea. Oh, wonderful. Okay. Thank you. Anybody left who didn't get an opportunity to talk or tell your 3 words? Now everybody can come on video. I think room 1 is done. Anybody didn't get an opportunity to talk? Okay. So how did you feel about this particular activity? Good, okay, confusing.
Requirement not clear.
Requirement not clear. Wonderful. Okay.
That's funny.
It's
And
funny. Mhm.
The time was little bit less because
Time was-
we joined only 1 minute
Great
was
meeting.
over when we were left with only some 2 minutes, I think.
Yes, Kavya, of course.
There is
start
a
to
time there's a time that we're lost.
There's a time that you were lost. Yes, yes, Chester.
No proper coordination.
No proper coordination. Okay.
Requirement
Catch,
change.
the catch made us to think our own stories than the
Yeah, cats made us creative. Our story changed to something else, like totally.
Course.
at first it's has a one story like on turtle, then suddenly one decide to change the story.
Yes. So we had crocodiles, we had beautiful weather, then came the family part, barbecues, right? So we had a lot of twists and turns in the stories. Great. What did we infer from this, apart from lack of coordination, apart from the catch, which actually hampered whatever your thought process was? Was there any learning per se?
The goal was
Adapt to the
changed.
changes.
Okay.
We had to adapt it, but the story at the end got changed.
Okay. The story at the end got changed, and Sachu says coordination, right?
Whatever
You adapted to the change. Okay.
Adapt to the changes.
Whatever you have, you can cook up stories as well.
Okay. Of course, we all cooked up our stories. Great.
Yeah, at
But-
any situation, stories.
But I didn't see anybody backing out, right? You all, irrespective of the catch, irrespective of the change, you all were able to do it.
That's what I'm saying. At whatever situation, you can still cook up the stories.
Exactly. This is not just for stories, right? Irrespective of the changes, when it is funnier, we are able to adapt, we are able to think through, we are okay to accept it. But why not as part of our professional and personal lives? When there is a change, why do we really get stuck with that change? How many of us really get stuck? I mean, it varies, right, from person to person. For few people, when there is a change that comes in from their initial thought process or plan, it takes few minutes for them to gear up and then think what is plan B. For few people, it takes half a day. For few people, it takes weeks. For few people, it just stays there. Have you all experienced this in any part of your life? I'm not just talking about professional. In any part of your life, whether it be professional or personal, you all would have come across some situation where you had a sudden change.
Yeah, for me, it's first too hard to accept the change. So I'm thinking first.
Definitely, Dexter. And why we did this activity, what I want you all to take away for today's session, particularly from this activity is, see, change is inevitable. All these we keep hearing time and again as part of industry and as part of all the motivational speeches, right? But sometime I just want we all to just take a pause and think through what is really stopping us from accepting a change. And why am I bringing this as part of an agile training? Till date, we all would have done certain things in a certain way. But as we progress through the training, and tomorrow when your organization expect you to adapt and work in a Scrum methodology, there might be changes that you will have to do, which is changing your daily routine, which you have done in the past, which you have done till today morning. So in all those things, I want you to be really mindful. Take a pause, take a breath, and think about this funny activity. How did you adapt? So we are all capable of adapting to the change. It is not just restricted for people in the hierarchies. It is not restricted for people who are in Gen Zs. It is adaptable by every individual. We are all capable enough to do that. It's just that 1 second, one moment where we think and then we just get stuck. So I really want you all not to be in a situation where you get stuck even for a few minutes. So just take a breather and think through so that you keep moving and adapting to the changes that is going to come through your way as part of Agile and Scrum framework. So that was the intent of having this activity. We are 2 minutes away from our session. So any questions, happy to take them here.
Yeah, my question about this activity is it that about the change? Is it that you say that we need to keep moving, but is it that depicts the the planning before doing something? Or is it
Planning,
included
I'm
on
going
the
to planning, I'm going to talk about it as part of the Scrum framework, Dexter. So the intent is keep moving. Do not be resilient internally to accept any change. Because the moment you said that you're going to attend this training, which means you have accepted the change and you're going to look forward to accept the change going forward as well. So it is quite natural for every individual to have that kind of resistance. Even me, if I'll have to wake up at 5 in the morning and go to the gym, definitely there is a bit of resistance within me to wake up 5 a.m. in the morning. I just wanted to justify and give explanation stating that yesterday I went to bed only by 3 a.m. So it's okay for me to skip the gym. So if we really need to achieve our goal, we'll have to break through this resistance, and that lies only within you. Your organization can only bring you to the training. Now, each and every individual here, you're going to put an effort to break your own resistance in terms of adapting to the new change. And that was the intent, Dexter.
Okay, I have a meeting, so I have to step out.
Sure, Raj.
Thank you so much. I'll call you back. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Raj. I hope you all enjoyed. If you could just take a few seconds to put your feedback in terms of what you felt that you liked about today's session. Is there anything that I'll have to improve for tomorrow's session? I want you to put these two things as part of the chat box before we leave. Just add, what did you like about today's session? What do you think I'll have to improve for tomorrow's session? I'm open to adapting to change. Usually I do this as an activity, but on the interest of time, I am just asking you to put on the chat box. Tomorrow we will put it as an activity, so don't worry. Thank you, Dexter, for that. Sure, Jason. Thank you, Kanishka. Okay, now the movement is faster. I'm not able to read through everything, but I'll make a read. Jay, could you just copy all the chat messages? Just give me a second. Okay. Just a second. Okay. So the last message that I've received is from Sehul, and now I'm seeing Murli's. Okay, I'll copy Murli's as well. Is there anybody who's typing still? Just put a raise hand. Okay, Sneha. So as we are waiting for Sneha, thank you all so much for making it very interactive. And I really wish that we keep this in the future sessions as well. And I'll also make sure that I make it as interactive and enjoyable as possible with a lot of activities. Okay. Thank you all. See you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ani.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you so much.